The bounce house, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the #1 team in the land, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will put total leather to crank us up. Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Knights offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Coming after it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Snatches it on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Got a man. It's Lindsey. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a great matchup we have of two highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These two running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation. And he intercepts it, bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Into the house. Touchdown, Knights!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown Seminoles. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, who can design ways to get the football in his hand? Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Makes the catch. It's Lindsey. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
To the air. It's Whalen. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Shoots it to the left. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hubbard. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the Noles headed quickly to the line. The give out of the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Noles are flying down the field.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Now on 2nd down. After the run, now to throw. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Jones wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone. And
he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him downfield. And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Boise State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. And the returner will be brought down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. On that last one, he was looking for number 3.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Knights! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
I like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. Just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this.
Oh, look out, there he goes! He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion.
Got some room in into the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCF! And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Jones to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points beforehand.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Got a lot of running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knights!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun to give, looking for room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports studios at the Bounce House.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon, but usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
Smashes through. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it on the left. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown when they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now 1st and 10 from the 25. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage? The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Whalen. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Touchdown, UCF! And the pummeling has started.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And the pass is intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
He's loose and stampeding through the defense. Touchdown, Knights! And the beatdown has ensued. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
No, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st down from the 28. From the gun. Give on the inside. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, this guy came ready to play today, man. That is an unbelievable diving catch. He has been unstoppable today. Over 100 yards receiving already. Doesn't matter where he lines up. But if you're going to make catches like that, you're going to get a lot of throws coming your way. We've still got a lot of football to go, guys.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Knights moving quickly to the line. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, UCF! And the stomping has commenced. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short. And the sack all the way back at the 5. They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Back to pass, it's Whalen. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll go out of bounds, and his aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. He wants to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. Touchdown, Knights! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Comes out throwing on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evanson. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Noles will call on their punt team. He'll take it on the return. He's got great speed. Oh, spins away. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Quick pass on the jet motion. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down coming up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again.
Touchdown, UCF! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Move the chains with that completion now on first down.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Freeman. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll just keep slinging it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. A third down try for the offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. He'll start this drive firing. Going to try to get it himself. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Grim, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an...
Afterburners coming. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Knights! And the pummeling has started. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to... And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Can they catch him? The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
To throw, it's Freeman. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough.